everybody! How's it going? Happy Saturday. I am Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur. I see the usual people hanging out in the Behance chat. We've got Corey, Alessandra, Rob, Teresa, Nick, Oliver. Welcome everybody. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. It looks like everybody's laughing at my comment, getting my ducks in a row before we get started. Yeah, today we have a bit of an interesting setup. I had met this morning, had a chat with Sean Kozel. Sean is another streamer here on Behance, if you don't know. And Sean walked me through getting up and running with Restream. So today, we are streaming to both to Behance as well as to Twitch and to YouTube. So hello and welcome, possible Twitch and YouTube streamers. As one of my announcements. The other announcement is, now you can find me everywhere online at Jack Watson with a 0 in the name. Jack, W-A-T-S-O. Instead of the O, it's 0-N. That's, well, not everywhere. Yes, Corey. So yes, so all of my social links are kind of as organized as I possibly could get them. And some new updates to the site as well that I've been working on kind of behind the scenes along with Corey to get up and running. So I don't know if that's going yet. Corey will have to let us know if that's working on it. So Gareth is getting fancy. Gareth with the fancy text in the chat. How's it going, everybody? Alright, let me switch over to my screen. We're going to get started working on some stuff. Maybe when Corey gets that link handy for us, Corey will post it in the chat for the new site. What's up, Corey? Corey's working on it. We'll keep you up to date. Alright, I'm gonna switch over. Bam! There we go. We're working on the haunted haunted Phantom Pantry. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Phantom haunted larder instead of Phantom Pantry, so. Rob saying Twitchy, YouTube, Behancians. Yeah, we are everywhere today, so I'm trying to keep an eye on everything. This is just an experiment, the first time we're doing it. So we're gonna see how it goes, but yeah, hopefully we can bring some more people over to the Fam Jam with us. The Donut Fan Club. I've already forgotten the name of what our group is called. Cora will have to remind me. Alright, so we left off on this. We were working on, we were hopping around quite a bit. I jumped up here and started reorganizing all of the top shelves. And the last thing we were working on was some cheese, but I need to go back in here too and add a cat for Society of Sprinkles. Thank you, Corey. I don't know why I was struggling to remember that, but yeah, Society of Sprinkles. But hopefully we can get some new folks to join the Society of Sprinkles. Also, Sarah Mapes is here. Sarah's another streamer on Behance. Sarah's been taking a sort of hiatus from streaming, but hopefully back soon. Let us know, Sarah. And then Michelle is here as well. Welcome, Michelle. Mercurial is not here, but Mercurial did request a cat batting one of the spaghetti eyeballs, so we're gonna add that in. And I'm also gonna reset my workspace while I'm in here because I've been working on a different workspace for the challenges, and now it's time for me to switch back to my default because it's just a little bit easier for me to see what I've got going on. Gotta bring this up. Alright. Everybody says they've missed Sarah. Yeah, we've missed you, Sarah. Alright, so our cheese box. I started working on this. Obviously, I kind of took a bit of a break. I'm just gonna hide our levels for our basement over here in my layers panel to make it a little bit easier to move around the screen. And we're gonna work on this cheese box. I left it off in this place because last week I was hosting the challenges, so I didn't get a chance to get back to this. You can go and check out the replays to all of the challenges that we did the past 2 weeks on Adobe Live. If you go to the Behance, I think it's behance.net/challenge/illustrator. Hopefully I got that right. One of the mods in the chat will post it for me. I also want to show off, before I get too in the weeds, Megan, speaking of the challenges, let me find Megan on Instagram. Megan has been doing the challenges and also posting them on Instagram and tagging me. If you do end up sharing the challenges, Be sure to tag me in them so I can see what you've been working on here. I love the presentation here with the, you know, the title treatment and everything. Like, really looks professional here. So great job to Megan. Completing all of the challenges. I really dig the mock-ups and the kind of like contextual backgrounds that Megan's got going on. Sort of keeping the book theme with the book challenge that we did at the end there. Our Dune book, although Megan did a different book. I missed, what book did Megan do? T-Rex Trying. I did not know that book. Onward. Alright, let's work on our hat here. I did show briefly before we ended last week how we did this using symbols and mapping them to our 3D objects. So I'm going to pop open the symbols panel here, and you can see that we've got our little hat symbol in here. I'm actually going to add on to this today, probably adding some text. That's a good segue there. If you have any ideas for what we should put on this, I know we haven't included any text so far for like the Phantom Pantry itself, so maybe it just says Phantom Pantry cheese. I don't know, let me know in the chat if you've got any good cheesy puns we can put in here. I'm gonna take a look at what fonts I've got. I think we were using the BM Nix fonts here. I think I had like I think maybe Bones was what we were using. Might be a little bit hard to read on this box though. Just gonna take a scroll through my fonts really quickly. See if there's anything that jumps out to me. This is Bones. I think it's gonna be too hard to read. But I want something a little fancier. Maybe Chester would be enough. Rob's saying you just need to add a befuddled Santa Claus as he shows up with presents to the spooky larder. We could totally make this an all seasons and, you know, just lean into it and make it weirdly holiday themed, sort of. A mixture. It's just, we're going from Halloween all the way to the new year at this rate. I'm gonna go in here. Corey's saying it will never end. Jack will be working on this forever. I hope not. It needs to end at some point. Alright, so I just double clicked in there to edit the symbol. I'm actually gonna break this into 2 paths so I can edit the text. I'm gonna paste in front again so I can kind of have that reference shape. Michelle's saying, love the challenges, watch the replays, and we'll try to make some of them. That's great to hear. I'm always looking for you all's feedback on the challenges. If there's anything you liked, disliked, want to see more of, want to see less of, let me know. Let's go in here. We're going to type out Phantom Pantry. Center that. And we're going to find, let's try Chester. BM Nix. There we go. BN Chester. Looks kind of nice. Grab the bottom here. I'm gonna scale that up in a minute. We'll add cheese. Let me hide this top line. It's easier to get closer to the edge. Cheese? Cheese Company? Rob says, sounds like I missed a couple of weeks of awesome challenges. I better catch the replays. Yeah, let me know if you do. I'll be in the Discord, in our Illustrator Discord, continuing to review challenges as they get submitted. I'm always there. I live there. So, if you do submit, happy to take a look. Alright, I'm doing this little trick that I like to do with the type on a path. Typically, type on a path is set to be, it's a little hard to see in the yellow. Let's see if we can go back out here. It might just be because of the symbol. So you can see here that type on a path is usually set to be aligned to the baseline. What I like to do with this is align it to center so that as the text goes around, it's all aligned and stays in place. So I just find that to be the easiest way to do it. You can go to type on a path, options, and we'll set this to be center. Okay, and I'll do the same thing here. Type on a path. Might not have the actual object. There you go. Type in a path, and we're gonna change that to be center. Not auto. There you go. That just makes sure that, like, if I were to show my circle again, you can see that the text is kind of all aligning to the center of that circle. Rob says we finally got some system upgrades that took us out of commission for a bit. Now we've updated our app, skipping a few versions. Nothing is as I remember it. Are you talking about the Adobe apps or something else, Rob? Let me know if you have any questions, and I can try to answer them for you. There have been a lot of updates for sure recently. Nick is digging the song. Let me look up. I want to re-look up vintage. I think last time we looked up vintage cheese labels. I just want to get an idea of what these kind of have on them. And see if there's any kind of details missing. Where's Umacorn? Umacorn was the one that suggested the cheese label. I don't know, I think this is probably fine. We could do something like have a double line here. Make this 1 point. Make these both 1 point. 1.75 actually. Actually, I'll scale these out a bit. We'll make these 11 points. I'm gonna copy and paste. I'm gonna make this inside line a little bit. Something like 3. Uma is working hard on her house this morning. I missed Umacorn earlier. I missed Umacorn and Adari this morning, unfortunately. Alright, we should do some little... We should do like a little cheese icon or something in here. Let me think about how I want to do that, because I don't have a lot of space to add details. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a rectangle. And I am going to bring this down. Give it a little perspective. Round it out. Let me bring it up or down. I can't decide. Let's see. Let's go here, cross. Now, let's try rounding it out. I'm gonna delete some of these. It's here. And then we can go straight. Let's try isolating this path. Go up, go across. And let's try joining this. And then I'm going to round both of these out. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I was trying to get too fancy with this cheese. Cheese slice. Kinda works. I need to align my stroke to the inside. It could work. I'm gonna go with it. Michelle says, sorry, gotta go already. Bedtime tonight. Michelle, I know it is late there. I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a little while. Always nice to see you. And I hope you have a great weekend. I'm trying to decide how I want to add the holes to this. Oh, I just got double audio. There we go. So did I miss saying hi to somebody? Let me scroll on up in the chat. Oh yeah, I missed a bunch of people talking. Oh, Katarina's here. Welcome, Katarina. And... Alessandra's asking RB, surprised you're still awake, isn't it late where you are? 10 p.m. for RB, and RB saying, I was watching the soccer game, once again surprised by England's failure. I have not been keeping up on the World Cup drama. Mercurial's here! Mercurial was saying that you weren't here to see me draw the cat, but now you're here. So now we can begin. I'm just, I'm gonna clean up a few things as we go here. I don't know, I don't like the way that point looks. There we go. Mercurial saying, woohoo, didn't miss the kitties. Oh, and look at that. We've got our first spam on Twitch. For shame. Trying to add some holes to this cheese. As you do. I don't think the small one is working. I'm just gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna get rid of that one. Copy and paste in front, make it a fill, copy and paste, drag it over, and use my favorite friend, the Pathfinder. There we go. We'll do one more here. Curiel, how has your weekend been? There we go. I'll just round these out just to make them look nice. Probably spending more time on this than I need to. But, you know, that's been the theme of this project. We want to make it look good, right? I'll just add a smaller one up here. I'm trying to make this look balanced. For the most part. Alright, that's good. This is gonna be enough. I'm just gonna group that. I'm gonna make a copy in case I want to kind of play around with the position of things. Copy this, drag it over. Some cheese happening. We can even bring this in front. I think if we do that, we might have to make a cut to our mouse here. So I'm actually going to merge all of this. Release the compound path, delete all the extra paths, and then I'm going to cut. Actually, let's undo that. Paste. We're going to move our mouse friend over a bit so that not so much of it's getting cut off by the cheese. There we go. Yeah, I don't like the position of that. I'm gonna make some more adjustments first. What I think I'm gonna do is maybe have it placed so this is a little bit higher instead of having the mouse get cut off. Object, reflect. Looks a little bit better, I think. I am gonna add a little dash line here to kind of indicate cheese crumbs at the center. I'm gonna do that by just going over here to the stroke panel and adding a dashed line, one round caps, and we'll do something like 15, and then start to bring it down until I like the way it looks. I'm gonna actually bring this down even less. And then I'm just going to cut this path. I like to do this actually with the shape builder or pathfinder here to ensure that I get a good alignment on these. Which is what I'm gonna do here. It's not gonna make sense until it makes sense. Let's bring this over, and then I'm gonna bring this down. Alright, let's try this. So I'm gonna use Pathfinder or Shape Builder. And I'm going to minus front, no, minus back, minus back, and minus back. I'm going to go in here and delete these points. Like so. Alright, now we've got like a little bit of like, almost like crumbs. Kind of finish out our design. Alright, I think that's probably way elaborate for our design. So I'm actually going to go in here one more time and check which option I had. There we go. 0.5. And then trying to get little dots essentially. Okay. Now you can see that my label's already updated because we made all those changes in the symbol. And we mapped artwork to the 3D surface. So if I zoom back out and I click into this, and I go to my appearance panel, I've got a 3D extrude applied to this object. And if I click into more options, you can see how I kind of set all this up to have consistent lighting and colors with the rest of my scene. When I open up map art, I have this inside of the top layer. You can kind of see when I zoom in close on this that the section that I'm working with in this sort of 2D view is highlighted with like a subtle red outline. So whichever thing is outlined, it's kind of helping you visualize how it's going to map onto your artwork. So it's taking this top surface and basically making it a 2D object that you can map symbols onto. So this is kind of the underside of the hat, or the hat box? The cheese box. This is the edge if we wanted to put some artwork on the edge. So there you go. And this is all obviously just this top shape here, so it looks good to me. We could also add it to this shape. You can see that it's updated over here as well with that cheese box. Oh, you know what we need to do? This text is not the right color. You can see I'm using my dark purple here. I could tell that on the lid. So if I double click and I go in here and I grab both my text, I'm going to make sure I've got my dark purple. We could really change this to hang on. We could change this to any color. Let's see if I can get into... I'm going to edit in here. It's having trouble for some reason. We can change this to any color we want, really, but I'm using this kind of like the darkest value. She said you could totally save that in your library. It's for a hat box. Yeah, definitely. One of the things that we were discussing last time is providing all of the sort of individual items that we made for this. The jars, the cheese box, the haunted ham, the teeth bag, setting up something for subscribers to be able to access once this project is done. If you want to subscribe to me, you can find it in that little animating banner to the right of me. Let me check and see if I'm pointing in the right direction. I never know. Yes, I am! All the way over there. I've got a kind of... Right now it's showing my social links. It's gonna switch in a minute to be the subscribe link. If you want to subscribe and get access to additional content. Or you can just hang out with me in these streams. That's totally fine. If you're saying, Jack, when you're building things like the mouse, do you know exactly what shapes you use, or do you figure it out as you go? I figure it out as I go. Part of the trick to designing characters, and we covered this a little bit in our avatar challenge when we worked on that earlier this week, and also the previous challenge I did where we actually made characters. So if you have trouble kind of visualizing it, what I recommend is to like sketch out what you want on paper. So kind of look at a thing that you want to recreate and sketch it out on paper to capture the personality. So if you have trouble visualizing the shapes, and I'll do this every once in a while using Illustrator on the iPad. I prefer doing that versus paper. I'll just draw out really quickly a sketch that kind of shows, it captures what I want the look and feel of the character to be, and then I'll take that sketch and I will build on top of it using shapes. I'm just sort of used to it now, so I can kind of like envision, you know, the mouse. I wanted it to be like sitting, and I wanted the tail to be in a specific position, and then I just started building this out using like, we use literally like a circle, a rectangle, and a triangle here, and then we merged them all using you can use Shape Builder or Pathfinder. And then I just kind of rounded some of these corners out to get the look and the kind of look that I was going for. So to answer your question, Mercurial, yes and no. For more complex things, like when we did the unicorn dinosaur. Oh man, I'm forgetting the name of it. I think I'll pull up that project on my Behance for a minute so you can kind of see. When we worked on that, I did a lot of sketching before because that was a lot more complicated of a creature to draw, and so I needed a sketch to kind of capture the look and feel of it. So hold on a sec while I pull up my Behance. We're gonna go down to my work here. There's the Unicornosaurus Rex. This one in here, if I pop in, you're gonna see that I did a lot of sketching, and this was all just in Illustrator on the iPad. And then from there, I was able to kind of build out the shapes. I've got the streams linked down in below. So we started with the sketches, and then we moved to there. Let me see if, I think it was this challenge, the ones that were in March, that we did characters. If I scroll on down here, here we go. So this one was a perfect example of sketch to vector. I sketched out the character that I wanted, this little dog here. I did a couple different versions. And then from there, I just used simple shapes. We literally used angular shapes to create this. And another piece of advice that I believe I gave during the challenge here was to exaggerate the features of your character to tell the story. So this dog has like very exaggerated features in order to kind of tell the story. Same with really all of these. And we talked about like having a line of action, especially for like this one here and this long boy over here. It's really important to have the line of action for the character in order to like capture that pose that you want. If we take a look at the Unicornosaurus, I've got the same thing going on. I actually start here in both of these with the line of action, the line of action, the line of action in all of these. I think this was the sketch. So you can see that I always start with that, like, the spine or like a singular line to show the body movement. And then even here you can see I kind of like then, with something that's difficult like this kind of foreshortened perspective, I'll draw in some additional guidelines to help me proportion the head, the shoulders, the legs in this case, and the back, the hips back here. So, yes, I do all of this, but in the case of the little cheese mouse, I knew what I kind of wanted, and it's not like a huge detail. Say the term again. Foreshortened? It's a unique kind of perspective. How can I describe it? It's like when when something is coming towards you. No, foreshortened. 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 It's like a part of something is coming towards you. I don't know. Let's see. What's the like internet say is the definition? To show an object or view as closer than it is or having less depth or distance as an effect of perspective or the angle of vision. So to prematurely or dramatically shorten or reduce something in time or scale. Yeah, it's just when something is like angled in such a way that it's like shortening a part of, like if you have an arm coming towards you, visually, my forearm looks shortened because it's of the perspective you're seeing it at. I hope that helps. I try. Alright, back to our cheese wheel. We've got our lid design here. The next thing I'm gonna do, I feel pretty good about this. I'm gonna actually probably make a copy of my 3D shape. And I'm going to go... Katarina says it does. Well, that's good. I'm glad I could help in that regard. And I'm going to expand this. Expand appearance. And that's going to give me shapes. So when I work with the 3D effects, in this case and often when I'm doing stuff like this where I know I'm going to be... I'm going to want to work with vector shapes at some point. I will actually work with the 3D Extrude and Bevel Classic or the 3D Rotate Classic because I can do that expand appearance. And the reason that I want to do that is I want to actually probably add the holes in the cheese kind of by hand. It's going to be easier than me trying to do it in 3D. It's just a more complicated texture to kind of put down. So, Nick is saying, laying down that knowledge. I try. If anybody has any questions, either on Behance or on YouTube or Twitch, don't hesitate to ask. I am keeping track of the chats in multiple places, but as always, Behance is my home, and so come on over here to, you can find it at just jackwatson.live. We'll take you to the page, and that's where everybody is hanging out and chatting, so let's go back over, and I'm going to just do a cheese wheel search. Cheese wheel. I promise you, Mercurial, we're gonna get to the cat. You know what? Should we just move on to the cat because Mercurial is here and we can come back to the cheese wheel? I feel like the cat's gonna be more interesting. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright. I'm gonna go back over to my scene. And we want to have our cat sort of perched. I think I said I wanted to have the cat kind of perched on this ledge, which means I need to do a little bit of modification here. In the case of the cat, I am... Oh, everybody's here for the cat. Vote for the cat. Mercurial says cat, cat, cat. Alessandra wants to see the cat. Alright. For this, I need to do a little bit of modification to my building. I'm actually going to hide some of this for now because it's going to be a little bit easier on Illustrator. This file's been pretty large. And I want to go in here, and I want to move this brick back. Good thing that I made this using individual bricks. At the time, I was like, what am I doing with my life? This is going to be a ton of work. But it's actually great right now because I can just shorten this brick row. And it will make it easy for me to add our little cat to the edge. I might need to shorten the row above as well, which is no big deal. I'm gonna go up here. It looks like I actually made this one a little bit long, so I'm gonna shorten this one up. Something like this. And then I'll just go down the line and shorten these all to feel a little bit natural, more natural. Shorten this one. And Mercurial, this is a case where I'll demonstrate sort of what I'm talking about. Alright, so we've got a platform for our cat here. And the line of action for our cat is going to be sort of like coming up here. Well, unfortunately the eye is over there. We'll add another eye, but we need to have our cat kind of like, if we imagine the spine of our cat, it's gonna be kind of long. I'm actually gonna make this bright green so we can see it. And then we're gonna want to have cat's feet. I should probably start here. Cat feet. And we'll bring this back here. Pull this up. Pull this across. And then we'll have some cat is going to be kind of like reaching upwards. So let's have it come across maybe. Have to think about that arm. Arm is going to be like still a little bit off from the legs. I think I just need to bring all of this back a little bit. It's a very large cat right now, but I think that we're pretty getting there on the, at least the body language. I'm gonna try and scale it all down a little bit. And bring it over here. Darcy's big cat, yeah, a little bit big. I was trying to get like the positioning all sorted before I worried about the scale. Let's bring this over still even more. Looking pretty good. We'll do let's do, I know I want the angle of the face. I almost want the cat to be looking up. Let's do up. I'm just kind of making a generic boxy head, and then we'll turn it. And then I'm going to bring this up. Head's a little bit large as well. I'm gonna rotate it actually even more. Actually, that looks pretty good. Everything down more. too much. I feel like the arms need to be reaching beyond the head, though. Oh wow, that's really hard to see. Ungroup. I don't know, maybe I've lost it again. Odari's here. Welcome, Odari. I missed your stream earlier, Odari. Sorry about that. I was just, busy doing other things. Honestly, it would probably help me if I had these face a little bit more sorted. I think that this arm needs to be longer and taller. Up. And this one needs to be shorter. You're gonna have to just kind of use your imagination on the paws here for a sec. Checking and make sure everything is good. Maybe adding the tail would help as well. I think I'm just gonna go with that for now. I'm gonna group it and I'm gonna isolate it. Oh, it's so hard to see with the text there. Let's, I don't know why it keeps bringing that text back up. Let me get out of isolation mode and hide it. The question now becomes, do we make a cat that's like really spooky or really cute? Let's start with a hexagon. I'm gonna add a dark color. And then we're going to bring this. I'm going to use my free transform tool. And we're just going to make this a little bit wider. Just a little bit narrower. Actually, I liked it a little bit before. And see how this looks with just basic round corners. Now I want this to be all the way around. Round this out a little bit. And we'll add some ears to get started here. Actually, let's put it in place. I'm gonna make a copy before I put it in place. I'm gonna tilt it. And see how that looks. See. I'm also gonna add a bit of a landmark to the face while I'm here. I'm using another polygon trick. Bring it down to a pentagon this time. Flipping it over, I'm going to squish it, and I'm going to round out the corners. Mostly the bottom ones. Or I mean not the bottom ones, the top, sides, and then bottom a little bit. And make our nose kind of a pink, so we can see it, and because I think it'll be cuter, we'll make this color. We'll bring the tint down a bit in our color slider, rotate it, and kind of get it in position. There we go. Let's get this down a little bit. Bring it over. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go add these ears in. I'm gonna start with this side. I'm gonna block these in as triangles first. And then I'll modify them. Copy, paste. Rotate. Go. Scales went down a little bit. It's kind of like behind almost. Let's try to use today a it's one of these. Inflate? Yeah, let's try and inflate today. I wish that this was the same direction as this. Maybe I'll add each one individually. Effect. Warp. Inflate. Because that's kind of the shape that I want. But I want it to be the opposite on the side. Let's see. Effect. Inflate. And we can go in the negative direction. Oh no, it's not what we want. Object. Transform. Reflect. Okay. Let's try rotating it. Okay, well it just doesn't want to cooperate. Okay. Wow, it's like changing it. Alright. We're gonna expand these. Object, expand appearance. Object, transform, reflect. Thank you to Nick and Corey for sharing links. All links in the chat, really appreciate it. Again, we're streaming on Behance is my primarily where I'm reading everything, so but we are streaming today onto YouTube and Twitch as well. So if you are joining us over there, say hi and come over to Behance. Rock says you must draw it using a light pen. Well, I don't have my tablet out right now, so I'm just using the shape trick to block it all in. Oh, Dari is subscribed to me on YouTube. I think that deserves a thank you for the follow. Ooh. Yeah. Let me double check. Looks like we got Captain. Did I miss? Let me know if that's how you pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, we're not using the tablet today. But, you know, it kind of fits the style of everything else we've got going on. I don't want the cat to be a perfect representation of a cat. Kind of like I showed over here. You know, what we were doing with this. This was all done. The sketches were done on the iPad, and then the actual illustration part of it was done using Illustrator on the desktop, just with the pen tool, going over those, so. Looks like we've got some... I just got an error on Behance that we've got a connection issue, but I don't think we do, because I'm looking good in OBS, so let me know. Madara lives on YouTube. Well, now you can watch me over there all you want. And come say hi. Just double checking. I think we're still... okay. Still coming through. Alright. Thank you very much, Corey, for answering. We're gonna see how this cat looks as a black cat. I'm concerned about the color contrast, so we might need to make some changes, but... I'm also gonna adjust these points here to just kind of round them out a bit more. Start up here. Got this annoying... I'm gonna fix that. There we go. But you could totally do this with a pen tablet as well. You know. It's all personal preference. Here we go. Some more cats. Catos. Oh, what kind of eyes should we give this cat? I don't think we have any other characters to kind of go off of. We do have the eyeballs. Maybe we can use that as our inspiration. Hi Odari, I see you over on YouTube. My favorite kind of an eye that I always like drawing is to create a circle and just kind of like squish it. Sometimes I'll even just squish the bottom up a little bit. Maybe we'll go with that. And then I'm going to place both of them on here just for the sake of scale for the time being. Go. This one can be a little bit smaller. And then we'll start to block in the body. I don't want to get too hung up on the face until we have the rest of it blocked in. Odari is everywhere. Big yellow eyes. Oh, I love that idea. Yes, I'm gonna do something like that. Let's see. Might actually pull this shape out and do it over here. See how it looks. I'm gonna go back in. We're gonna draw out another circle. But cats have sort of crescent-y. Crescent-y? I don't know what the shape word I'm looking for is. Like, well, I'll just draw it out and then you'll see what I mean. And that style of eyes kind of adds a little spook factor. We can also convert these anchors. There we go. Let's see how it looks. Just kind of get it back into place. You know what we need to do with these as well is I need to move the position. So I'm gonna move the position of the elements. And I'm gonna group, paste in front. Oh, nope. I'm gonna group these, paste in front, and make a clipping mask. It's gonna let me kind of get the eyes in a position in such a way that it looks like the cat is looking up. A little trick for you there. There we go. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste this whole group. And we will get it in a position here. There we go. Yellow eyes, just for you. Garlic Master says, you know, I can't really draw without a pen light. I do not have time, but the light pen saves me time. You are very patient. I actually, I've talked about this before, but I prefer, you know, working in Illustrator just using my mouse. I might be a bit of an anomaly, but I find it a little bit easier to kind of control the whole thing just working with my mouse, personally. Alright, this might be tricky because I like to exaggerate. I like to play with scale, and I am definitely concerned with how the body is going to turn out. We'll see. Let's make this shorter. I'm just going to kind of box it in following my perspective for now. And we'll see how it looks. We'll round everything out except for the top points. Actually, let's start down here. I want this completely rounded out, which means I probably need to bring it out farther. And then we'll round it. And then we'll round this one. And then we're going to round this one out quite a bit. Here we go. So you can see that, like, even though the shape looked super weird to begin with, now that kind of looks like a sleek cat body. And I'm kind of using the lines here on my bricks to figure out where the lines on the body of the cat would be. Adar says, yeah, Mahiro says I better illustrate with a mouse too, or trackball in my case. Yeah. Mahiro says, but Photoshop tablet all the way. Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. Most is Wacom, makes my life easier. You know, it really comes down to personal preference. I do prefer doing looser work, or doing painting on either my tablet, either my iPad or my Cintiq. but it's just, it would not be the right thing, I don't think, for this particular style. Just kind of because we've been using more geometric shapes throughout. I would be concerned that it would end up looking too far removed from the rest of the illustration style if we suddenly introduced something that was like really painted. So you never know, though. You never know. I know I've asked before, but we've done some painting on the stream. I'm actually gonna group all of this so I can easily bring my sketch kind of back in front. And I'll actually bring the opacity down so I can kind of see. We've done painting before. I like painting more in Fresco than in Illustrator. Fresco painting more than Photoshop painting, personally. I actually had like a whole conversation too with Wade about how I have such a very strange way of painting in Photoshop. People have told me in the past, so I'm gonna make this lighter so I can see it. Graphic Masters, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Some donuts for you. I'm just adding the shape in here so I can start to figure out the leg of our cat. It's a little bit larger. I actually think I need to pull this out a little bit more. There we go. So this is going to be like the form. I'm going to round this corner out. And this is going to be like the form that I'm going to use for the leg as a starting point. We're going to go in here. And from this point, I'm going to actually come down like so. And then the paw is going to come out. It's going to come down. Let's see how it looks. I might need to modify this after I see how it looks rounded. Down. It's going to come across here. I'm going to make sure that I have my lines accurate. Let's pull this all down. Pull this out. This will make sense in a minute. And then where it connects here, it kind of like it kind of comes back up. Comes back up a little bit. And then it's going to come and connect with the bottom edge here. Alright, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll be clear soon. So then I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to, I've got smart guides on, which is why I'm getting indications on where these points need to be. I'm going to delete that, and we're going to join. I'm going to round this way out. I'm going to round this out. I actually don't like this. I'm going to bring it back. And we're going to round this out. Oop. Round. Round. Giving me a bit of a hard time here. Let's see, let's check my preferences. I believe it is in. Yeah, this is already checked off. Okay, well, we can do it kind of the old way here. why this is. Actually, let's try. Sometimes, nope. Let's pull one. I don't know why it's not letting me around that corner. Very frustrating. Well, we'll do it this way. Probably don't even need this point. And just extend this line. And pull it in. Alright, that's good. I really don't like the way the end of this hook looks. So I might adjust that. That looks a little bit better. I don't know what it is about that I don't like. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, now these cat paws. I know I need to go back and fix that, get the color and everything sorted, but it's mostly for me at this point to kind of differentiate those shapes and know it's going to be in highlights. Okay, let's do... I'm going to use the same thing. I'm going to use this lighter color so I can kind of see what's happening. And cats kind of have like a weird... I don't know how else to describe it other than there's like... It looks like that. And I'm gonna have this kind of come down. Come up. Come here to a wrist. And then come back across. And we can kind of adjust this as well. Kind of very much elongated the paw here, probably too much. Isolate this. And pull it over a little bit to give some clearance to the face. Hide that sketch. It does look a little bit odd right now because there's no second one, and the color is a bit, you know, obviously weird. We can add another point in here to act as there's like a no. Yes. I am missing a joint. Down here. I liked it the way it was before. I'm gonna just add the next one in and see how that looks. Oh, Dari's saying hello to Alessandra. I want this side to be more like this kind of a shape. I know that I'm kind of mixing styles right now. Or methods, I should say. I feel like this side is looking more correct than this side, but maybe I just need to get the rest of this in. I'm gonna draw. Come out, in, and then around. And I'm going to cut this off, merge, and then join. If I made this a little bit darker, it might be easier to visualize. Oh, no, that's hard to visualize. Alessandra's been working all day on a drawing and finally finished it. Gonna be posting it to Instagram and taking a break. We need to figure out how to separate out these paws when they are over a black cat and how I want to do that. We could just kind of use a simple line. I'm going to start with this side, or the leg here. We're going to go here to here. And then and then I'm going to cut it here as well. So this, it's going to help define the leg there without adding a ton of detail. I'm gonna grab the width tool here. This is annoying. There we go. Let's just try to do it this way. With a singular line. These lines are too heavy. And this part is gonna be trickier. Oh, Dari says, that's my song! Good to hear, Odari. I don't know, I'm still not confident that I have this arm in the correct position. It's just a matter of bringing this up. Did I already try this and it didn't work? I think I might be onto something here. With this lighter. That already looks a little bit better. And then the shoulder, because the shoulder would be like up here. Okay, I think I have this in a better way. You kind of imagine it's coming down again. The shoulder to the arm. Now I'm not so sure about this side. I wanted to have it so that the arm was turned around. So you'd see the underneath of the paw here. Instead. If that makes sense. But I don't know if I've managed to capture that. Just kind of looks a little weird. Maybe it's just too long. I don't know. I don't think I have the position in that right. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Because cats kind of like grab, you know? This is just too far over. Keep adding this weird point here. I feel like that looks worse. Oh, cat. Let's try again, shall we? I feel like I'm just drawing the same one again. Ah, I cannot get it sorted. Oh, cats. She needs an armpit. Yeah, I need it. Think yes. This. I feel like I'm not making it. I'm not, and this is not getting. This is not improving the situation. Did the armpit help? Let's try doing a search, shall we? Cat reaching. Oh, alright. Well. She says, oh, unless her front arm is the bent one. There are two that I wanted to have both of the arms reaching, sort of like the cat was grabbing. Like, you know how cats will like reach up to grab something? Instead of just like batting. But I seem to be struggling with cat anatomy today. Anyways, let's take a break. Let's take a break. My hero saying, Shasta just jumped into my lap to watch with us. Oh yay! Shasta can give me some pointers. Literally, point at the screen. So I can see it. Yeah, alright, it does look like Corey has my new site up. So I do want to share that. Oh, yay, so exciting. Hang on, give me a sec. I'll put it in the chat. Right, so I have taking a break, I have a new site up and going. Obviously I need to like get my projects updated. I need to update. Corey says, LOL, watching you type it. I know. You can see the little things at the top of the screen. Anyways, this is my new site. You can find literally all of my social links at the bottom. You can find my new work. Eventually there'll be a shop up here. Subscribe stuff. It's not a huge update. It's just, oh, my Lottie animations are not working. Oops. We'll come back to that page. But you guys watched me kind of make this on the site, on Behance a while back. And now it's kind of coming to life. What? Okay, hang on. It is. HTTP. Oh, okay. Oh, yay! There we go. So there's my face. My bouncing donut. So yes, this is this is my new and improved site. Not a ton of stuff going on. With all the links, etc. So if you go to, I was JacquelineWatson.com, and now we're just JackWatson.design, and also JackWatson.play. So more to come on the new site, but this is a step in the right direction, kind of making everything kind of on brand and looking a lot better. I've got it, you know, trying to do so many things simultaneously. But we're getting there. We've got Twitch now, we've got YouTube, we've got Behance, we've got the new site, shop coming soon, new projects gotta get posted, so. Oh, that didn't post the link. Oh well. One of the moderators will post the link in the chat because I failed you. I'm sorry. I know, I did a dub. I'm sorry. Thanks, Corey, for saving me, and Nick. Let me know what you think of the new site. None of these cats are reaching with both paws. Oh, here we go. Here's one. It's on Adobe stock, too. This cat is very much reaching, and is very much the opposite direction. So maybe this is it. So this cat's like, paw is up. Gonna get rid of this. I actually think I can maybe put this paw up higher. Oh yes, now, see, now we're getting somewhere. And if we put this behind, we can move our little Tobians here. Okay. That break, I think, was advantageous. It's helping us work this out. Okay, so there's that. Bring down a little bit. Bring this down a little. Now we can adjust this arm. Down a little bit. Rotate it a little bit. Maybe not. Pull it out. It does look better. This cat arm does look better. And even if we do lighten this, this looks more normal, I would say. Alright. Improvements to our cat. Just gonna move all that over there for now. And oh wow, that's hard to see. Go. I don't think. I was trying to make it so that I was only accenting the very outer edge of the toe beans, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Maybe not. Maybe I will keep these. Maybe. All right. That looks pretty good, yeah. Getting there. Cats are such oddly shaped creatures. They probably think the same about us, Mercurial says. Yeah. I agree. Cats are fun shaped. I kind of want like a little chin. Too much. Maybe too much. We'll see. I feel like it's too much. It was a good idea. Maybe we can kind of salvage it. Trying to add like a... It would have to be like almost pure white in order to make sense. And I don't feel like it's working for me. How I want it to. I keep trying to salvage it anyways. But I don't think it's working. Maybe this cat just needs a much more simplified. I am not winning today. Cat's facial expression. Mr. Tibblesworth, Corey's saying. Alright. Love how this is coming out. Thanks, Alessandra. It's definitely a battle, but we're making it through. I'm definitely like... I kind of like the weirdness of the cat. Kind of fits... I think it fits the style of the rest of the illustration. I mean, now that I see this, I might pull this out a little bit more. Make some adjustments as you do. Group all of this. Okay, wait a minute. Whole head could kind of come down a little. I just zoomed out too far. Boop, boop. I mean, I really like the large head, and I don't really want to sacrifice that. I don't know. I feel like I've lost the plot on the cat. Doesn't look like Mr. Tibblesworth anymore without the goatee. Well, the goatee was causing me issues. So... I was trying to make it happen. I liked the goatee look. It just wasn't it wasn't working in the current iteration. I'm not sure if it's the face shape that's the issue. Let's see, let's make some adjustments. Ahead. Let's try. I'm gonna make this lighter for a minute. I'm gonna try drawing this out, redrawing this out. Looks a little better. Now I can't even draw the goatee. What is happening? I'm trying it one more time. I still don't feel like it's right. Teresa's gotta go. Good luck on the cat. Alessandra's gotta go. Oh, I just realized it's 6 o'clock already. Look at that. Let's try one kind of last thing here. As a last sort of attempt. Instead, we'll use a line. We can make the goatee work for this cat. And I don't think that works. Anyways. I like the goatee. I don't think it's working with the cat. I'm trying too hard to make it work. And that's the conclusion I'm going to come to on this. Maybe it would look better if we had some lines or some whiskers. Maybe it would look worse. Switch it. I mean, I don't know. I need to work on it, and it's already 6 o'clock, and I wanted to get a little bit farther in this, but such is life. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. We'll keep working on it. Lowell, thank you for the follow. Let me kind of run down and make sure I didn't miss anyone. Alright, we didn't. So let me switch to large camera so you can see my face. And that's going to be it for today's stream. I'm going to keep working on cats and cheese probably tomorrow. I would like to work on some other projects. I thought maybe, you know, last week I wanted to do Noodle the Pug, and that didn't happen. And I want to do some holiday stuff, and that didn't happen. We'll see. We're gonna see where it gets. I've been a very busy lady lately with the challenges and everything else. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed watching me draw some cats and draw some cheese. Mercurial, I hope the cat was to your liking, acceptable. I need some work, obviously. We're getting there. It's very slow. It's a very slow one today, but it's a very awkward pose, so it took me a while to get it sort of sorted out there. You can see my process kind of brainstorming through it, and I hope that was useful for you. Thank you so much to everybody. Alessandra, Frank was here. I didn't even see Frank say hello. Gareth, Graphic Masters, Katarina, Mercurial, Michelle, Mohammed, Nadia, Nick and Corey are mods, Odari, Oliver, RB, Rob, Sarah, and Teresa. And big shout out to the other streamers in the chat. We had Sarah Mapes, and we had Mercurial used to stream on Saturdays. Michelle used to stream as well. Haven't seen Michelle streaming recently. And Odari, of course, streams. Part of Sarah, Odari, and Mercurial, part of the weekend crew, the Saturday morning cartoons. And also, thank you for hanging out with me. If you joined from YouTube or Twitch, let me know what you think about the process. I think it went pretty well. I don't know if we were successful in getting a couple more friends to join in. We'll see. We'll see if we can get some friends over on some of the other platforms and bring them on over to the Behance side. I'll probably just keep doing it this way. Again, I want to thank Sean Kozel, another streamer, for getting me the knowledge, helping me sort out this restream stuff. Trying to kind of, you know, one of the ongoing projects I'm working on is kind of consolidating everything into, you know, getting all of my social stuff in order and live streaming stuff in order and getting my site updated and everything. It just takes a lot of time, as you all know. You're all creatives here. But that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I usually stream Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time. We're on Standard Time right now. I usually stream 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every weekend. I stream on the weekends because I work full-time during the week. But, yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend if you don't come back tomorrow. Yeah. Oh no, I have to switch to my outro, but I have to find it. Oh no! I really need to get my stream deck reset up. Bye everyone!